Welcome, intrepid explorers of the extraordinary, to the List Of channel. Have you ever had one of those moments where the universe just winks at you? Where a series of events align so perfectly, so impossibly, that you can't help but wonder if reality itself is just making it up as it goes along. Today, we're diving headfirst into the truly bizarre, the utterly inexplicable, with a list of historical coincidences that are so strange, so uncanny, they'll make you question everything you thought you knew about chance. Forget mere luck. These are the moments that make you think, okay, who wrote this script? Let's jump in. Our first entry is a classic, a veritable heavyweight champion of historical coincidences. Number 1, Lincoln and Kennedy. Now, before you roll your eyes, hear us out. The parallels between these two American presidents are so numerous, so specific, they feel less like coincidence and more like a glitch in the Matrix. Both Abraham Lincoln and John F. Kennedy were elected to Congress in '46 and the presidency in '60. Both were deeply concerned with civil rights. Lincoln had a secretary named Kennedy. Kennedy had a secretary named Lincoln. Both were assassinated on a Friday in the presence of their wives. Lincoln was shot in the Ford Theater. Kennedy was shot in a Lincoln car, made by Ford. Their successors, Andrew Johnson and Lyndon B. Johnson, were both Southern Democrats, and both were born in '08. The assassins, John Wilkes Booth and Lee Harvey Oswald, were both assassinated before trial. Booth shot Lincoln in a theater and fled to a warehouse. Oswald shot Kennedy from a warehouse and fled to a theater. I mean, come on, it's like history accidentally hit the copy-paste button. Number 2, Mark Twain and Halley's Comet. If anyone could schedule their life around a celestial event, it would be Mark Twain. He wasn't just born and died in the same years as Halley's Comet, he predicted it. Born in 1835, just after the comet's perihelion, Twain famously declared in 1909, "I came in with Halley's Comet in 1835. It is coming again next year, and I expect to go out with it. The Almighty has said, no doubt. Now here are these two unaccountable freaks. They came in together. They must go out together." And sure enough, he passed away on April 21st, 1910, the day after the comet made its closest approach to Earth. Now, that's what we call sticking the landing and a cosmic mic drop for the ages. Number 3, the unsinkable ship, fiction and fact. In 1898, 14 years before the Titanic disaster, an author named Morgan Robertson published a novella titled Futility, or The Wreck of the Titan. This fictional ship, the Titan, was described as the largest vessel afloat, practically unsinkable, with triple screws and 2 masts. It carried too few lifeboats for its passengers. Sounds familiar? Its maiden voyage was in April from England to New York, and it struck an iceberg in the North Atlantic, sinking and causing massive loss of life. The similarities to the Titanic, the name, the features, the unsinkable status, the destination, the cause of the disaster, even the month, are chilling. It's almost as if Robertson wasn't writing fiction, but taking very, very detailed notes from the future. Number 4. King Umberto I and the doppelgänger restaurateur. This one is truly bizarre and almost certainly makes you wonder if somebody, somewhere, is laughing. In 1900, King Umberto I of Italy was having dinner in a small restaurant in Monza. He was utterly flabbergasted when the restaurant owner turned out to be his exact double. Not just a passing resemblance, but an identical twin look-alike. They struck up a conversation, and the similarities didn't stop at their faces. Both men were born on the same day, March 14, 1844, in the same town. They married women named Margarita. The restaurateur had opened his restaurant on the day King Umberto was crowned. The coincidences were so astounding that they made plans to meet again. The next day, King Umberto was tragically informed that his doppelganger had been killed in a mysterious shooting accident. As the king expressed his profound sorrow, a disgruntled anarchist stepped forward and assassinated Umberto I himself. Same day, just what are the odds? Seriously. Number 5. Edgar Allan Poe's prophetic horror. Before Stephen King, before H.P. Lovecraft, there was Edgar Allan Poe, master of the macabre. In 1838, Poe published his only full-length novel, the narrative of Arthur Gordon Pym of Nantucket. In this gripping and frankly disturbing tale, 4 shipwrecked sailors are adrift in the ocean. Faced with starvation, they draw lots, and the cabin boy, named Richard Parker, is eaten by the others. Fast forward 46 years to 1884. The actual yacht Mignonette sinks. 4 survivors are found, barely clinging to life. They too resorted to cannibalism to survive. And who was the cabin boy among them, the one chosen for the ultimate sacrifice? You guessed it, a 17-year-old named Richard Parker. Poe's tale wasn't just dark, it was a terrifyingly accurate premonition. Definitely not a story you'd want to read aloud on a boat trip. Number 6. Anthony Hopkins and the Lost Book. This one is a little lighter, a little more whimsical, but no less stunning. In 1971, actor Anthony Hopkins was set to star in The Girl from Petrovka, a film adaptation of a novel by George Pfeiffer. He needed a copy of the book to study, but couldn't find one anywhere in London. Desperate, he ended up stumbling upon a discarded copy on a park bench, almost as if it had been left there just for him. Later, when he finally met the author, George Pfeiffer, Pfeiffer mentioned that he too had trouble getting his hands on a copy of his own book. He had lent his only personal copy to a friend, who then lost it on a park bench in London. Now, that's what we call a plot twist, even for real life. The universe truly does have a sense of dramatic irony. Number 7. The Jim Twins. Prepare to be amazed, because this entry might just make your head spin. In 1979, identical twins Jim Lewis and Jim Springer, separated at birth and adopted by different families, met for the first time at age 39. What they discovered about their lives was beyond uncanny. Both had been given the name James by their adoptive parents. Both had married women named Linda, divorced them, and then married women named Betty. Both had a son named James Allen. Both owned dogs named Toy. Both drove the same model of Chevrolet. Both had worked as sheriffs. Both suffered from tension headaches. And both, get this, had built a circular bench around a tree in their backyard. This wasn't just a coincidence, it was like someone accidentally copied and pasted a character's entire life into another save file. The Jim Twins basically proved that some things are just in the code. Number 8. 3 presidents. The 4th of July. Could there be a more profoundly patriotic, yet utterly baffling coincidence than this? 3 of America's founding fathers and early presidents, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, and James Monroe, all passed away on July 4th. Adams and Jefferson, fierce political rivals but lifelong friends, both died on July 4th, 1826, the 50th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. As Adams' last words were reportedly, "Thomas Jefferson survives," he couldn't have known Jefferson had died just hours earlier. 5 years later, in 1831, James Monroe, the 5th president, also passed away on July 4th. Is it just an incredibly elaborate, perfectly timed, and somewhat morbid salute to the nation's birth? Or did they just really, really love fireworks? We may never know. So, there you have it. 8 moments in history where the fabric of reality seemed to stretch, bend, and occasionally tie itself in elaborate knots. Were these merely the random churnings of chance, or something else entirely? A secret pattern? A cosmic comedian pulling the strings? What do you think? Do you have any favorite strange coincidences? Or perhaps you've experienced one yourself? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this dive into the inexplicable, please hit that like button, subscribe to List Of for more mind-bending content, and ring that notification bell so you never miss another episode. Thanks for watching and stay curious.